random computer decided to just, blue screen out of nowhere. But we are back. So, I was going through what our venture is. So, yes, Lucky. You're spending 8 sorcery points, a level 8 ability. So the venture starts off at 8.
Pedri is going to, since she's sitting right next to Lucky, she's going to grasp his wrist
Mm-hmm.
and weave together sleep in winter, qualities of rest and stillness to give him +1 on a on an action and 1 betting to his stat pool.
Okay, so it does both. Yeah, +1 on
Yeah.
a significant action once includes adding, or no, it doesn't do both.
Oh, it just does one or the other. Okay, I'll add +1 to an action then.
Yeah, because +1 to a stat pool wouldn't be that useful.
Yeah.
In which case, I just need, because you're rolling 3 dice here.
I've got 1 extra.
Oh, you're pumping some sortilege in?
From my Weave the Tails ability.
That's +1 to the act. Oh yes, +1 dice. Yes.
Yeah.
So rolling 4 dice.
Okay.
Mostly, I think you're only rolling here because there's a whole big chance that you could trigger some magic flux here.
Okay. All right. So it's just +8, right?
+9 because you've got the +1 and you're rolling 4 dice.
Okay. And
you will need multiple successes.
Can I add any applicable skills?
Does
it not really work that way in this case?
No, you can.
Because I have gaslighting and persuasion.
Yeah, probably not both. So sometimes you can add for more than 1 skill, but it sort of maxes out what you can get for a bonus anyway. Okay. But in this case, I don't think both can apply.
Okay, then I'll just use persuasion.
Okay.
So that's +10, right?
Yep. And so when you're doing control mind, what are you doing here?
I really gotta think about this for a second.
Right now, blue magic is also powerful. Does that help out at all?
I don't think my forte abilities have any associated colors, do they?
They should.
They do. Oh, they do. Yeah, it's blue.
Okay, there you go. So it's actually a +1, so you're +11.
+11. Okay.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up. All right. Control the mind of the other thing. They do whatever I mentally tell them to do.
So remember, yeah. So I don't think your persuasion really kicks in here because, if you succeed, you control their mind. Your persuasion has nothing to do with getting control of their mind, and then they just do whatever you do if you succeed.
Okay, so it's +10 then.
So it's +10.
Okay. Okay.
And you're rolling 4 dice.
Yeah. All right.
Remember which one is not a magic dice. Because one of them, the zeros, doesn't count, right? You've always got a regular dice you're rolling, and then your extra, right? You can only trigger flux off the extra dice, not the original.
Okay, well this says level 8 and it's +2 dice.
Right, but then you've got +1 dice from Alice, and so that was 3, and then I forget where the 4th one came from.
The
I guess
thing
it's
that
4 total, isn't it? No, Henrietta's gave me another dice too.
It wasn't another dice. Just
+1 to the venture. So you're rolling 3 dice.
Okay.
You're rolling 3 dice. So 2 are magic, 1 is not.
Wait, it says +2 dice. Doesn't that mean 1 normal dice and then 2 extra dice? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the 4. Yes. Sorry,
Okay,
that's
so
because it was +3 dice. You guys, I had it right the first time.
There's a lot of dice rolling.
So much
going on.
Okay.
It's unusual.
Yeah, so,
I don't think we've ever rolled 4 dice before.
Just remember which dice is not the magic dice, because zeros on it won't matter, won't count.
Okay.
Zeros on your magic dice are flux.
I'm gonna tell if it works.
Yeah, so let's go for that first, right? Because it's
Okay.
you have control over it where you're just checking for depletion every hour. This guy becomes your fucking puppet if you do this.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I should roll first.
Yeah. Don't worry
Okay.
about what you're doing.
So plus 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 14, 16.
No, Sam. Sam, no.
So there's one flux, but you've got one more dice to roll.
1 flux. And 17.
Okay. So you seize control of their mind. You feel your awareness seep into every crevice and orifice of his mind and obliterate every bit of executive function until he is a meat puppet on your mental strings, dancing like a marionette to a symphony of destruction. No.
Yay! Love the reference.
But then you get real itchy.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Well, you get real itchy and start scratching, and like little insects are crawling all through every bit of your clothing as it is infested.
That's disgusting.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is pretty bad.
Oh my god.
But you do now have complete control over this person. So, so what are you
Cool.
doing?
I was gonna say, for Henry's benefit, she doesn't let go of Lucky's wrist. Because she's still freaked out. Even though there are things crawling all over Lucky now, she's still just grasping his wrist.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I want him to return to where he came from. Whoever sent him to come talk to Alice. I want him to report back that his investigation found nothing, that Alice was not responsible. I want him to suggest that it was the work of a rogue demon. And I want him to spend 20 minutes in his office contemplating his life and then decide that maybe it's a good time to retire and leave for another son.
All right. So there's a bunch of that that'll take way more than an hour.
Well, I tried. I tried. Okay,
So-
fine. He'll just tell Alice.
No. So we,
I'll
I mean,
just say.
we can see how far you get, right? Because we check for depletion every hour. So
Oh, that's true.
right
The
now,
depletion is on a 0.
depletion on a 0. Yep. So now, keeping in mind that there is a like 10% chance that you've only got an hour.
Mm-hmm. In that case, if there's only an hour, I just want him to go back and say that Alice was not involved.
Okay. So you can probably do that because he's got to get across town to the Marquis district, report to his superiors, like, all that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a d10 for me, please.
I rolled a 0.
No, Sam!
And then your awareness snaps out.
All right.
And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh,
Shit.
As you send this investigator back to the Marquis district.
But is Alice okay?
Presumably, eventually, you find Alice. All right, so we are going to go around and do some character summaries and find out the most relevant things that happened to everyone, see if we advanced any arcs, and find everyone's favorite moment of the game, and make any announcements that you need to make. So we're gonna start with Emma Elizabeth.
Oh Jesus, man, I don't even know.
So I don't think we advanced any of your arcs because
No,
you're
no.
kicked off some new arcs that really like this whole process are informing what you're doing, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I don't think I really did anything for that.
Do you want to let everyone know what your new arcs are?
I took redemption. I took uncover a secret to
Mm-hmm.
potentially find some method of bringing the librarian back, because
Mm-hmm.
I do think Emma believes Alice when she says that, you know, maybe things aren't impossible. And I
Yeah,
took
and
okay,
probably as a Vizsla, like nothing is impossible.
just really fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I took establishment to become a fucking college professor, basically, teaching goetics and shit.
Excellent. Good. All right. And was there anything in particular that brought you either joy or despair?
I do not think Emma was real jazzed to see Twilight again. Both she and I really thought that Twilight was gone. I don't know if it's worth despair, but she certainly didn't like it.
Yeah, she hasn't really like betrayed you.
Mhm.
So everything was sort of within the realm of
Oh yeah,
of
no,
a goetic.
yeah, no, she did exactly what she needed to. She went
Yeah.
to some extent above and beyond by giving me the corpse,
Yeah.
telling me there's stuff to read on it. So
Really, demons seem to act a lot like genies. Like
Mm.
you kind of get exactly what you say.
mm,
Well,
to-
I mean, the whole thing with goetics is you make bargains, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, it's very much that sort of trope of like it's the letter of the agreement, not the intent.
yeah,
Yeah. But you didn't summon her. You
Yeah.
negotiated a bargain as you would like asking a friend to do something for you. So you didn't really have any leverage there.
mm,
So yeah, I don't think it's despair. Yeah, and you know, the other thing for the audience's benefit is we figured out I was giving out way too much joy and despair outside of shifts. So people have advanced pretty far. So everyone's in a pretty good spot in terms of that anyway. Okay, what was your favorite moment of the night, Alex?
this was a stressful night. I don't know if I can say anything was like. Well, no, I'm lying. The first scene with the bracelet catastrophe, that was hysterical. I loved every second of that. And everything went downhill from there. Like, I'm so fucking wound up right now. You have no idea. But the
Excellent.
bracelets were nice, fun. That was good, lighthearted stuff.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay. Henrietta.
I don't know.
I think you
It's
made an
hard-
advancement on an arc.
Well, I like finding out what's going on with Dark Basement isn't actually one of my arcs. It's more just a thing I'm doing.
Okay, right.
Yeah, because the Solve a Mystery arc is more related to like Hero
Right,
and
right,
his
right.
stuff, and she wasn't actually present for any of Emma Elizabeth's.
No, and Emma Elizabeth hasn't told you any of that. In
None of
person
it.
yet.
I don't know. She had a nice time. Tripping balls. I imagine like for her, since she like so one of the like the description of like her forte is that she always feels something squirming
Mm-hmm.
in her belly. So
Mhm.
the feeling of doing the drugs was probably not particularly unpleasant for her.
That's
It's
true.
more like it's more the
It's
reverse
just
of
the
what she
reverse.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Um,
crawling in versus crawling out.
Yeah, so I'm sure she was just more curious about that feeling
Yeah.
than distressed by it.
Right.
Yeah, favorite moment I think was Alice just piecing out at the end.
I love
I
that
just
too.
that was
Like,
so great.
later nerds.
Yeah. See ya, suckers! What up? Alice out! Yeah, I don't know. We still gotta look into that lacuna and stuff, but she'll get there. She was on her way there. She's gonna go
true.
figure it out.
It's true.
So
All right. Sam, what about Lucky?
I had a lot of good and bad moments tonight. I definitely think that giving Poppy the earworm counts as despair. Oops. Sorry, honey.
Yeah. You did infect your girlfriend with
That's
a
a bummer.
virus not a virus, a disease that could kill her that you picked up in the shadiest part of town possible, where she told you to be safe.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Yep,
and has
sounds
told you repeatedly about telling her things and not keeping things secret.
I know.
So, yes, I think in Lucky's
So
case,
that's a good despair.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll
so
take that.
So that's what you get there.
I deserve that.
Yeah.
And my favorite moment. Actually, I'm gonna be a little bit selfish and say that my favorite moment was finally getting to use Control Mind successfully, because I feel like I haven't gotten to use one of my like really scary Forte abilities, and the further along I go in my Forte, the more I'm like, wow, this is really fucked up and really dark. and I haven't yet gotten to like do anything with it. So being able to use it, and especially against something so dangerous as one of these, I don't know, avatars of the Deathless
Triumvirate.
Triumvirate. I always want to say Triminutive. Triumvirate.
Yeah. Well, so the Pristine Guard are they're people, right? They work. This is what they do.
Right.
Some of them may even be Vizsla.
Well, it was really fun to finally use that. That was one of my favorite moments.
Excellent.
And all of us bickering at the table.
At the dinner table?
Yeah.
Mom and Dad fighting at the dinner table?
I loved it. I loved it because I know that, okay, we all bicker all the time, and there's always at least a pair of somebody not getting along, but they're still all together,
It's true. It's true.
We're still all doing all these things together, and we still meet up and hang out. So I appreciate our friendship, even if we're not super friendly to each other.
No, not at all. All right. Excellent. Corey, what about Alice?
Alice already got despair from her crafting mishaps. I think that's counted. And then
one of your creations is now your mortal enemy.
Not sure what to do about that, but we'll find out.
See, that's why we need to go on. We need to go hunt some orc, okay?
As far as acumen, so I've got my 2 arcs, my transformation and my black violin arc. I don't know if Alice really went after those, but it's kind of tough because like acquiring more power and being able to go into the Pale and get more money sort of goes a little bit towards those. So I don't know if there's an acumen there like enough.
Probably not yet, but
yeah,
depending on what you do, doing those things might, for sure.
Yeah. So maybe follow up on those. And then I think in the future, Alice is going to open a story that has to do with this whole conversation and try and maybe get some of the other people, other Vizsla to buy in. My favorite moment, I think, I really enjoy when characters really stick to their beliefs. So I really liked Emma sort of reading the situation, that there's 2 conversations going on at the same time. and being like, no, I'm not gonna be like pushed into this. There's something up, and no, just no. Because Alice doesn't get told no very often, and I think that was my favorite thing.
It
Excellent.
also helps that Alice is just so conspicuous. Like
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and like Alice comes across as really guileless, like just like very straightforward and like innocent, but yet I detect a whole shit ton of manipulation happening.
Yes.
Whether it's intentional or not.
I think it's worth saying that we can say on stream now, like Alice's motivation for crime and power is motivated by this, like her essential situation with her wife that is gone. And at some point, I'll like maybe post details on Twitter, but that's like, it's intentional.
Yeah,
She knows.
excellent.
Yeah.
I love it because she just comes across as so sweet and like innocent.
Yeah.
Like she's trying on crime because it just like a 3-year-old would, but
That's
it's totally
the
not the
thing.
case.
Like, I honestly think that Lucky views her as like this, fairly innocent, like, not really that evil, and he's kind of like, "Oh, all right, we'll just go along with it because it's Alice," and she's
Lucky's an enabler.
she's just totally pulled the wool over his eyes,
Mhm.
like he's like, yeah, okay, Alice would never hurt anybody intentionally,
Henry is totally in the same boat. She's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, Alice could put a soul stealing knife into her hair. She'll never use that for evil.
Exactly, it's fine. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
She fully
Yeah.
intends
So-
to get back to Emma at the worst moment possible.
Oh my god. Here, I think you need this.
Excellent. All right.
I love Alice.
Great. No, that was good. So we hope everyone enjoyed tonight as we sort of jumped around and did a lot. I think we accomplished a lot, so that was great, and a lot of good inter-character stuff. Probably, I don't know what my favorite moment was because I get to cheat and like do all my favorite tropes pretty much whenever I want to. So I don't know, the weird dropping Icar and Twilight making the appearance with the flesh suit in Emma Elizabeth's bedroom was probably my favorite moment. Followed by making the angry flame centipede that wants to murder Alice. So that was good. Oh yeah, Spider-Mouth fingers. Yeah, pulling things. Basically every chance I got to be just weird and creepy was good. So that's me. It's my brand. That's who I am now. It's how this works. So yeah.
Oh.
So yes.
Sorry, I thought of my favorite moment, Dan, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry to bring it up. My favorite moment was you mishearing Sam saying pants
Yes.
instead of the pill, and you bullshit like a damn fool afterwards. That is actually my favorite movie.
I was like, what?
Look in your pants.
That
Oh,
actually was
That
my
was-
favorite moment.
that
was
was
good.
really funny. That
That's
was
good.
Sorry.
I wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to stop laughing when I started on that one. So
Oh man, that was a real treat. That was a real treat.
It was.
With all that had happened, I almost forgot about it. I almost forgot that we saw Poppy
Yeah.
and we saw you accidentally make a sexual innuendo.
Well, the thing is, for Sam can attest. If Lucky had said what I thought Lucky said, that is totally a rebuttal that Poppy would have fired back.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It would have happened that way.
Yeah.
But that's not what I said.
But it's not what Lucky said.
No, not at all. And it was great. It was great from a character perspective. It was great as a player. I loved it. I just
Yep. Also,
Sorry,
the things
Dan.
we lost as virgins.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. That's like my favorite line from the whole show so far.
We did it.
Things we lost as purchase.
All right. We're going to sign off. But everyone come back tomorrow night, Urban Shadows at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're going into our last week of Dungeon of the Mad Mage next week. Of the main stuff, there's going to be some other stuff, but not in the same regular schedule. And stay tuned as we move into June for, hopefully, as we're scheduling stuff, lots of stuff around Pride and women in gaming, and starting Saltmarsh, and Alex is starting his Ravnica game on Mondays in a couple of weeks, and a whole bunch of stuff. So stay tuned on the Twitters, and you'll follow our stuff. And of course, everyone should go to Sam's Twitter and back the Kickstarter.
Back the Kickstarter.
It only has like 2 weeks left, actually.
Only 2 weeks left.
I
It is a
think.
fantastic Kickstarter. Get yourself
Yeah.
some awesome TTRPG themed merit badges, which I'm gonna put on a jacket or bags or something. I haven't decided yet. Probably one of my gaming bags. And yes, so everyone should absolutely go do that.
Please.
All
For
right.
reasons.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Vox. Alexis, we still got a few people in here. I think that is a fantastic idea, is that we should raid somebody. So, I am very much in the favor of finding folks who are streaming in the tabletop category as opposed to D&D. Who, look, we were number 3 in the category.
Nice.
We were probably actually number 2 for a whole bunch of it, because when we had a higher viewer count. And
Woohoo.
let's raid Happy Jacks. I started following them lately. They do some good stuff, and they're live from well, it's a live event. That's weird. Let's see who else is here, because also we don't want to raid someone that we don't know turns out to be terrible.
Womp womp.
I know the actual play folks are pretty good. They do a bunch of Blades in the Dark stuff. I think they're like 4th or 5th
in the tabletop.
Yeah. If we're looking for
Oh yeah,
options.
sure, cool. Let's do that. And it's counting down. And there we go.